The next element is capacitance. As the name suggests, capacity. It is basically a property of a system by which it has some capacity of storing charge. So it stores some charge. That is meant by capacitance. Capacitor is nothing but it is a combination of two parallel plates laid out at some distance d, that is your capacitor. One plate will store a positive charge, another will store a negative charge. Now capacitance is basically storing energy in electrostatic form. As I told you, inductor stores energy in electromagnetic form. It is storing in terms of electrostatic form. Now what is electrostatic and what is electromagnetic? In electromagnetic, basically we are dealing with magnetic fields. In electrostatic, we are dealing with electric fields. Now the charges stored in a capacitor is equals to C into V. V is the voltage across the capacitor. If you want to find out the current in capacitor, you will take dq by dt. So put the value of q, it will become I is equals to C dV by dt. As C is time invariant, it will come out, okay? What about the voltage of a capacitor? Voltage of a capacitor is given by 1 by C integral I dt. If you take a Laplace transform on both the sides, it will become Vs is equals to 1 by C Is upon S. Basically, Laplace of integral is Is upon S. So Vs is equals to Is upon Sc. And in terms of Is, you can write Is is equals to Sc Vs, okay? So that is the voltage and current in the capacitor for the case of Laplace domain, okay? Now let us find out the power in capacitor. As I told you, power is nothing but V into I. So put the value of current I is equals to C dV by dt. Put the value of current. So you get CV dV by dt. Okay, this is the expression of power. Or this is the instantaneous power in the capacitor. What about the energy? Energy is given by integral P dt. Now put the value of power. It becomes CV dV by dt into dt. As capacitance is constant, it will come out dt get cancelled, okay? Now the integration of V dV is equals to half V square. So the energy becomes half CV square. So this is the amount of energy stored in the capacitor, half CV square. Now when you have a DC excitation, or if you take a voltage as a constant, if the voltage is constant, dV by dt is equals to 0. So the current is 0. Why? Because current is C dV by dt. So current is 0, it means steady state has been reached. Because when the voltage is constant, it means charge is constant. So we are not storing any more charge on the capacitor. The charge on the capacitor has become steady. It is not changing. That is why current is 0, okay? As I told you, capacitor allows the storage of charge. Now the charge cannot change instantaneously. The amount of charge cannot change instantaneously. That is why the voltage of capacitor cannot change instantaneously. So no sudden change in voltage, because if you are changing the amount of charge on a capacitor, it will take certain time. So that is why it does not allow sudden change of voltage. Similarly, inductor does not allow sudden change of current. Now usually what we do is, between two plates of capacitor, we place a dielectrics. What is meant by dielectric? It is basically a insulator. But still, why it is called a dielectric? Because in dielectric, if you take an atom, it will have nucleus and electron. If you apply electric field, positive charge goes in the direction of electric field, negative charge opposite to it. And when positive and negative charge are separated, it becomes a dipole. Now basically for the current conduction, we need free charges. But still, though the positive and negative charges have separated from each other, there is no still free charge for flow. If there is no free charges that can flow in the conductor, then it is still an insulator. But due to dipole, it is called as a dielectric. A dielectric is nothing but an insulator, which has dipole induced in it by the application of electric field. Now if you change the orientation of electric field, that is, if I reverse the direction of electric field like this, then a negative charge will be here and positive will be here. That means if you can see, dipole has rotated by 180 degree. Now to rotate the dipole by 180 degree, we need some energy, which is known as dielectric loss. So dielectric loss is nothing but the energy that is lost in order to rotate the dipole or to change the orientation of a dipole. So usually dielectric loss has two components. One is your leakage component, because no insulator is perfect. it will allow some current to flow through the insulator, due to which there will be some losses, that is known as leakage current. Other will be due to the change in polarization, which is known as dielectric loss. Due to these losses, how we represent a practical capacitor? By a capacitor in a parallel with resistor. That is a practical model of a capacitor. This parallel resistor is indicating the dielectric loss in the capacitor. Usually this resistance must be high. Ideally it should be infinite, because when the resistance will be infinite, there will be no current in the resistance. It will act as an open circuit. Okay, so there will be no losses. That is why it should be ideally infinite. So that is basically how you model a capacitor.